never take the weight. I'm going the weight is slowing the drinks. Stop pouring for you.
Hey everyone, we want to welcome the Matchstick Skeletons. Now, there has to be a story behind the name. Come on, a good one, or at least make one up right now.
Basically, like, naming a band is the worst part of being in a band. It's impossible. Yeah. So we had just like tried a billion different things, and then we'd heard about this like craft that kids used to make in school where they'd like glue matches onto a piece of paper and make a skeleton shape. And I just thought it was great, the idea of like kids playing with matches in school. So pretty much that's where it came from.
That's a little warped, okay.
We're a little warped.
Well, yeah, but this is great though. I guess a dream come true. Now you're making music that both of you really want to do.
Yeah, it's been our plan for quite a few years in the making this project to just do everything the way we've always dreamt of making it, and we're doing that, and it's great.
So, needless to say, you've learned from your mistakes. I mean,
Well,
I remember you from Head of the Herd, and
Yeah.
I mean, again, it was kind of like, this is new music, and it's great, and but I guess it wasn't the true.
Yeah,
you.
like at the time, it was everything I could be doing, and I love that band a lot, and I love those records, and I love all those fans. But when it came time that the third record came out, we just were wrung out. Like we did one tour too many, and it was like very clear that that thing had to get a bullet pretty quickly. And so yeah, we say we rode off into the sunset, but we rode off into like a fake movie sunset and like fell off the horses. It's basically what happened.
Yeah.
And then pretty much once we killed that, Matty and I just started writing things slowly. Like, you know, we didn't want to do this unless we knew it was actually the record we've been trying to make forever.
Right.
Right. So like Matty had a daughter, and I was working on some techno project and some film scoring, so it was super slow. But then we just kind of weaved this thing together, and once we found "Told You So," which was the first single, we're just like, this is the thing. This is the kind of thing we've been trying to write forever. And then the record kind of came around that, and now we're playing it live, and it feels so good.
Wow. You know what? It's a little darker than.
Definitely dark, yeah.
He's
Definitely.
going you up.
But it's still a lot of fun. We wanted to, I mean, News lyrics have always been very dark, and that's a good thing, but the vibe of the music, I think, is still uplifting, while the maybe subject matter is a little on the darker side. But.
Well, okay, so now let's talk about music. Pop music, popular music. It's anything and everything now. Like, how do you decide, like, this is our sound, or will it be forever changing for the Skeletons?
It's really just like trust your gut, and like the way I write, like I know a lot of people who can just like sit and like think of a song, the whole thing, and then pick up a guitar and play it. I just don't work that way. I basically am all
Words or
about
music?
both of it. So basically, like, or to me, it's like I rely totally on improvisation, and I just kind of puke up an idea and then look at it, and it's either good or not, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't think too hard about it, but if it feels good, follow it. And that was the whole thing with this. We wrote a whole lot of music, and then we took 1,000 left turns, and when one worked, we took that and took another left turn. It either turned into something incomprehensible or at minimum something interesting, you know? But the goal was not to write for the charts or to write to sound like anyone. It was, let's just trust our guts and do something that we think is interesting first, because we can make it cool, and live we know it'll be good.
Yeah, and I've heard that more recently now with musicians, that you're really doing it for yourselves now. Like, it's like, I mean, you are doing it in essence, yes, for fans, because you want fans to come out to your shows, but now it's really about yourselves.
Yeah, if you're doing it for any other reason, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You have to love it for other people to get off on it. If you're not getting off on it, nobody else is going to get off on it. So it's definitely important to do your thing, and then hopefully people jump on board instead of doing somebody else's thing and hoping you get on board.
Just like what the industry is, the amount of hurdles you have to jump through. It's like, if you don't love the thing, all the rest of it's not worth it, because you only get to do the thing like an hour a night, and all the rest of it is supporting that. So if you're touring stuff that you don't love, your band's gonna fall apart. Or if you write for the charts, even if you crack through, you're not gonna last.
Right.
Like our whole plan was just like make our own lane and just stay in it, because all of our favorite bands didn't sound like middle of the road.
Yeah, no. And let's talk about the partnership. I mean, you've known each other for a long time. What's the secret? Because actually that is a key, right? You know, to have somebody alongside with you that thinks like you.
Yeah, it's just trust. It's the whole thing to me. Is like,
I have to. Yes, implicitly.
Okay, the video though. I mean, I think that's what struck me. Well, first of all, your names, but the video is really cool. Told you so.
it was fun. It was so janky. Like we were like, we don't want us to look big and shiny. We want it to look dumb and old. So we took, like, there's that scene from Pulp Fiction where Butch jumps out of the ring and gets in the cab with Esmeralda Villalobos.
Yeah.
And you look at it, and it makes no sense. Like, the back plate's in black and white, but the shot's in color. The lighting is so goofy and bogus. We're like, okay, let's not make it look good. Let's make it look dumb and fun. And that was the whole thing.
Make it look really bad on purpose.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I know. Well, the getting buried at the end.
It was real rainy.
Real rainy,
Yeah.
real cold.
Yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning.
One take. I think that was, we kept that in too.
Yeah, we kept the outtake.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think you guys have obviously honed your own sound really well. Future now, doing more shows, live shows.
Yeah, nonstop.
Yeah.
Just never
What
ending.
about the family?
They're around.
They're around.
They're
They're
around.
around. Does that change you a bit too?
Yeah, but no. Yeah.
But no.
It's like reinvigorated my passion to do this.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure your daughter think you're a pretty cool dad.
She's into it sometimes. Other times she doesn't care.
In the video, though, like, because Matty showed it to her and didn't really preface her that, like, a skeleton might murder me halfway through. So she was super into it. And then when that happened, she's like, Daddy, no!
Very upset. Now she
Because it
loves
was
it.
extremely realistic filmmaking, I think.
It was. It
is
was
what happened.
extremely. Anyways, you got to check out the band. So, Matchstick Skeletons, a name you won't forget.